Wow.
What do we think of Tottenham? Shit. What do we think of shit? Tottenham. Thank you. That's all right. We hate Tottenham. 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 Easy. One more time for the people in the back, because I just want you to notice who played today and who kept a clean sheet. Easy. Vanderven, Mickey Vanderven, who got dispossessed today by Moises Caicedo and concedes the goal. Ladies and gents, welcome to another installment
again,
of the Tottenham 0, Chelsea 1 match review. Big up, Chris. Big up, Chris. You're not gonna defend Mickey Vanderven today. He's a loser.
No, I'm just saying you're not doing the whole picture of that one.
Nah, it was great. No, I know who kept the clean sheet. I know who didn't. Chris.
And you know why it's been.
We'll review the goal. We'll review the goal. But you know, I'm just saying we know who kept the clean sheet and who didn't. You know, that's all I gotta say. But big up every single one of you. Big up, ladies and gents. Welcome to the match review today for Tottenham 0, Chelsea 1. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. 3-point lane as per usual. Tottenham bottle it. Chelsea with a dominant performance today. Let's be honest, guys. The only real complaints I'm going to have about today's review is probably going to be mostly on the attack. And then from that point forward, 2/3 of today's show is going to consist of praise for the midfield and the defense. Ladies and gents, welcome. Be sure to smash up the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to also check out the links in the description for more content, memberships. If you want to be one of the casuals here on Casually FC, be sure to check out those memberships starting at 99p. And don't forget, guys, hype up the video just like we're going to be hyping up the fact that we just got 3 points against Tottenham Hotspur. There we go. Thank you very much. Thomas Frank, pleasure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, much appreciated, much appreciated. And you know who cooked today?
Wow. I thought he was gonna show Caicedo instead because he was like, you know,
I need to get a Caicedo one.
He was like Gordon Ramsay.
He did cook. He did cook. But you know who else was in the kitchen with him?
Wow.
And
Bro, Sam. Yeah.
Wait.
and
Oh, he's British, huh?
Aspie?
no, not Aspie. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't know if I'm saying Enzo cooked like cook.
That was Enzo. I'm just saying they were in the kitchen. They didn't necessarily cook.
I mean, he was like handing the food probably.
Yeah. Someone has to taste the food. You know what I'm saying?
The rest are doing the cooking. He wasn't really doing the cooking like that.
The rest are doing the cooking. And if you're not a Chelsea fan, you're probably
people
like this.
I mean, at least Enzo was doing something. There were some people just watching people cook in our team today.
Yes. And you know what? Rightfully so. Some people were able to take a back seat today. All right. You know what? Before we really get into the dissecting the game, let's just do the quick match review. And it's going to be pretty quick. Chelsea come out with a really rotated side. I got the prediction wrong on the Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, having me communication over there, I'll probably be talking about the game after the stream over on Discord. Check that out, and also be sure to check out my prediction on there, because if you did check out my prediction, I got one player wrong. I thought Marguillo would start today, and instead of Marguillo, he put on Malo Gusto, who we will discuss. But for the most part, very predictable lineup with Reece James in that center midfield role. Malo Gusto also in there. Fofana, Chalobah as a center back pairing. Chalobah had a brilliant game today. We'll discuss that. Cucurella in there as predicted. Garnacho on that left wing, so no Gittins. And the biggest criticism, I think, was no Esteval. Pedro Neto playing on our right wing with João Pedro in the attack and Enzo Fernandez as a 10. Moises Caicedo in there as well. And listen, from the very beginning of the game till the very last end of the game, minute of the game, we were controlling the game. We were dominant. We were creating the better chances. We created more chances than them. Honestly, their chance was essentially the save that Sanchez had to make against Kudus today, and that led to their 0.05 xG versus our 2.93 xG today. So we were much more dominant, more creative, more in control of the game, and defensively we were very sound, which is something we really needed. And I was really doubting when I saw the lineup, because when you see Malo Gusto and Caicedo and Reece James in the same midfield, you're thinking you're trying to defend a lot. So it ended up working out really well for us. The goal came at the first half, the first half of the game, where João Pedro ends up getting his goal, and very much a needed goal for him and his confidence. We need him to be in goal scoring form again. I forget who. Oh, it was Moises Caicedo. How can I forget? Only the best midfielder in the league currently, who essentially dispossessed, I think it was either Bentancur or Papa Matassar, I don't remember. Dispossessed, tries to give the ball, the 1-2 with Pedro Neto. Neto, assuming that Caicedo was going to make a run on his right, passes it into an open area, gets dispossessed again. Van der Ven ends up with the ball, and Moises Caicedo lumping his hands up saying, I gotta do everything around here, while Pedro Neto is just watching. And he goes again, dispossesses Van der Ven, Mickey Van der Ven. Yeah. All right. Dispossesses him, crosses or passes the ball to João Pedro. João Pedro turns around, takes a shot. And ladies and gents, Chelsea are up 1-0 at the White Hart Lane, at the Tottenham Hotspurs toilet bowl. Let me tell you, people. And listen, we could have scored 3-4 more goals in this game, but unfortunately our attackers, wingers, didn't have their shooting boots on today. So very much a deserved victory. I think a lot of players are going to get a lot of praise today. We'll discuss all of them. I even think, to an extent, Rob Sanchez gets a little bit of praise today. You got to give it to him. And we didn't concede from set piece, ladies and gents, so that gets a bigger round of applause. Wow, we didn't concede from a set piece.
We didn't concede, period. Like,
no throwing for you. No throwing for you. All right. So, yeah. And to be honest, the game probably should have been 10 men versus 10 men at one point in the game. And we'll discuss that too. But enough of me yapping. Enough of me just being, proper Chelsea and all that fun stuff. Proper casuals. You know where to find yourselves. Chris, talk to me. We beat Tottenham. We beat Tottenham.
Yes, we... Nah, I don't know where to start. Like, I don't want to start with the pressing shit with the attack because, like...
Yeah.
My God, the wingers today... Garnacho didn't have his brain on. Neto being inconsistent as he is, and he just couldn't really, what's his name, beat Spence. Yeah, he just could not beat him at all. But like, yeah, I want to congrats our defense and midfield because they're the reason we are 3 points today. We kept that clean sheet because like Fofana and Chalobah, they were brilliant today. Them two. Fofana. I always expect him to have a good game for Fofana because he's always got great ability on the ball or just his defensive work rate as well. Like, he knows when to tackle. He doesn't do those stupid decisions where we see, half our defenders would do. Even Chalobah being one of those people. But, Chalobah did actually have a good game. Maybe he needs, a guy like Fofana next to him. But yeah, like them two were brilliant. Even Gusto today. Gusto defensively, he was like up there with Chalobah and Fofana, and
at right back.
Yeah, at right back, not a midfielder or whatever he plays normally. But yeah, them three are the reason we and Caicedo, of course. Caicedo, our man of the match. Like this guy.
Hey, wait! I need you to read this for me. What does it say?
Everyone walking on these streets tonight, please check your shoulders. Moi could be pressing you. I mean, yeah, like the guy will be doing defensive work, attacking work, pass and link up. He will press.
Caicedo watch.
He will press their centre backs and get an assist. Like the way he did that, like I don't know who did the bad ball. Was it Neto or Enzo?
Neto. It was Neto.
It was Neto. It was going to Noah, and Kai said, I'll do it myself and just tackle Van der Ven and then give it to João Pedro for his goal, because João Pedro has had no chances created, and guess who gives him the chance? Moises Caicedo on the plate.
Do it myself, damn it.
Because this guy's had no service for a while until today, and he should have scored, in my opinion, 2. João Pedro should have definitely scored 2, but he did get a goal, what was great to see. I wouldn't say, I think the manager did pretty good. Just by a couple of things like, you know, late substitutions, and I don't know what he sees in Garnacho and Neto when you have Gittins and Esteval, who are clearly being in better form, and Neto's not been showing anything for the last like 3-4 games, and Garnacho, I don't think he's really truly showed Enzo Muscat anything but maybe his movement. That's about it, because he can't beat a man. He doesn't know how to make an intelligent pass. He doesn't know how to shoot. I don't know what Garnacho brings to the table, but running, and that is it, I think, at this point. But maybe it's his work rate. I don't know. He does like his wingers like running up and down, and that's why he loves Neto. But it was very frustrating from the wingers, and I know we have better wingers on the bench, especially Esteval. Our best winger by far is Esteval. When he came on, he created like 1 or 2 chances, and his link up was like beautiful to watch, you know, unlike Neto and Garnacho. It was horrendous to watch, but it's great to, like, you know, getting the result at Tottenham. We always expect to beat Tottenham anyway, I'll be honest. Like we walked that game today. Let's not pretend like you know, like, oh, you know, it's close or whatever. Like we could have won that game 3 goals at least. That could be a 3-0 victory.
João Pedro could have had a hat trick today.
I would say he could have got 2, but yeah,
you could. Okay, I'll give it to you, because you can make the last 1v1 he had.
Yeah,
that was a good
save. But yeah, like they had like 1 chance, and it wasn't even like an amazing chance. But the one thing I like what Sanchez did in that chance, he did he parried it away instead of, like, you know, parrying into danger, and that's what I did like about it. But it wasn't like amazing shot or nothing. But yeah, our goalkeeper barely had anything to do but that, and that just shows how good our defense was today. And hopefully we can keep that consistent form with like Fofana starting, because like we really it showed today we needed Fofana at defense. It really did. Most of our defenders like Badashile, Chalobah, I guess we can't rely on Hato being a starting centre back either. We need someone like Fofana with either in my opinion, I'd rather Action Pong or Chalobah. Yeah, so we definitely need keep Fofana fit, hopefully. But yeah, like I haven't mentioned Reece James, but like with Reece James, he didn't look the most comfortable today, but like he definitely did a lot of good things, like through balling or the crosses. It's just every time Reece James on that midfield, when he's holding the ball, he get caught out, dispossessed and all that type of stuff. But he had like a fine, calm game, I'll be honest, as well. He wasn't that bad. Enzo Fernandez, I thought he was great in the first half, but he kind of dropped off in the second as well. But yeah,
Chris, I gotta say, and I'm glad you brought it up. And chat. Yesterday, when you were here for the preview with Jacob for the Spurs, what did I say about Fofana? What was I cooking? You know, chat. You're seeing it now. We'll talk about some other shit with Fofana tomorrow. But regardless, performance today. What are you saying now? And you know what, Fofana? What was Fofana cooking?
I don't know.
Wow.
Okay. I want to say, like,
Fofana cooked
really,
up Andrew Surfer appearance.
Hello.
I mean, I think Winter Surfer always turns up when it's against Tottenham. He's always here to shine.
It's my fixture. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
it's your fixture. I know.
Keep telling people.
Andrew knows.
My biggest thing is the reverse fixture. I don't want any Chelsea streams to do any previews. It's just going to be 3 points. I don't understand this. I never understand this like fear. I never have any. I don't understand this fear of Tottenham from some Chelsea fans. It doesn't matter how bad we play. We always beat these guys. Yeah, we could be in a relegation zone. The last game of the season, we need 3 points to stay up. We could lose 10 games in a row to be in that position, and Spurs would be our last game and away, and we'd still beat them. You know what I mean? If that game a few years ago when they went down to 9 men and we won 4-1, if we went down to 9 men, we'd still win that game 1-0. Do you know what I mean? It's you know that picture of that that people use where they replace the heads of the man and the dog who's holding the chain.
Yeah.
That's us with Spurs.
Oh, that's a GTA picture.
Spurs.
Yep.
They are a bitch. They're a bitch, bro.
Ooh.
That's what it is. We have the only game we've ever lost at that new stadium is under Potter. It's the only game we've ever lost in the league.
Grand Potter tax.
They are. Listen, the most disappointing thing about tonight, that should have been 6 or 7-0 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most disappointing part of the game. That's what it is. That we don't have more goals to talk about, because that was one of the most dominating 1-0 victories I've ever seen in my life. They had two shots. Two shots.
I thought that
two shots on target they had.
Only one shot on target, Surfer.
Or was it one in the first half?
Yeah, only one, and that was a Sanchez save. That's it.
One shot, and I thought we got very fortunate on that. We got very fortunate on that shot as well. So
yeah, I thought that could have been a rebound, maybe.
But
real quick before you continue, Surfer, TJ Warren TV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Chels, for the cash. Jacob is a fraud. Spurs are garbage. Big up, Marshall. I might actually give you the World Cup World Champs moniker now. All right. I didn't need you to give it to me, but fair enough. I'll take it when I can. Go ahead, Surfer. Continue what you were on about.
I don't honestly. I think Spurs should petition the Premier League to not play these two games, and we should just get 6 points. Because it's not even.
Honestly, it would save their fee. It would save our players.
We could rest. We could rest
players. Yeah.
We should start. We should be allowed to start. We should be allowed to start the Premier League with 6 points before even the season kicks off. We should just have 6 points like that. It's ridiculous, bro. This is like what they've only beaten us once in 35 years at Stamford Bridge in any competition. They've only beaten us once. And that was under that fraud Conte. Now, since 2006, it's been mixture, but I think we're more wins than theirs at the old and the new ground. But it's been a bit of a mixture, so to speak. And at Wembley, they beat us a time or two. But it's just, honestly, this guy went up against that. This is how bad the Tottenham judges. Remember, this is Thomas Frank. We only beat Thomas Frank's Brentford twice while he was at Brentford since he went in the Premier League. That's once away and once at home. We only beat them twice. Yeah? That was that Mendy goal, that Mendy performance away 1-0 when he was saving everything, even with his big fat head. He saved the goal. And it was 2-1 last year in the league. That's the only 2 times we've beat a Thomas Frank Brentford side. Remember, these guys beat us 4-2 once at home, beat us 4-1 at home. You know, they regularly beat us at least once for the past few years. But that's how bad the Tottenham judges, they are a pathetic institution. They're built on an Indian burial ground. I'm convinced of it. They're built. This is so satisfying.
This is a really bad Indian ground because the house doesn't win on that one.
This is how spooky it is. This is Halloween weekend as well. This is how it is. These guys. There's no coincidence that that Spurs are 5 letters and so is the word loser. Okay, that's they are losers. Even their motto to dare is to do ... The ... signals you're supposed to say something else after that ... You're not supposed to leave something trending like that. You're not supposed to leave like to dare is to do what? What exactly? It should be question mark. That's what they should have put into the ... It should be question mark. And that stadium is not a football stadium. It's now known as an NFL concert stadium. Okay, that's all it's worth. That's the London NFL Stadium. That's what it should be called now. Honestly, it's ridiculous. they are pathetic. And they've got some. And listen, I know Xavi Simons is coming for a lot, and maybe he would be different if he played for us because we're a different institution and stuff like that. So, but to get subbed on and subbed off is embarrassing.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, a bit harsh since he got subbed on at 6 minutes.
Yeah, that was harsh. But then he got subbed off like in 70 odd minutes and stuff like that.
I mean, it's early in most of our changes today, actually.
Yeah, I'm not going to big up Caicedo's performance too much because that's just a normal Caicedo performance for me. It's just a normal one. I want to big up. Listen, I thought everyone played well, sort of, to a standard. I thought Garnacho was probably the weakest of the players.
It's between him and Neto, in my opinion.
I thought Neto was better on his side than Garnacho was on his side.
Yeah.
So I will say though, I think the most thankless task in this Chelsea team is the wingers because they're so isolated, bro. It's like they get like they get so like they're up against 2 or 3 people when the ball gets them. No one supports them and stuff like that. It's hard. Everyone in one of the groups went, Esteban did more than Neto. Yeah, well, that's because Esteban's coming on in the 85th minute when the guy, it's one of those things.
Tired legs, all that, and on top of it.
But I thought like everyone had a very, very good game. I thought Sanchez was good with his catching and his kicking today.
Yeah.
Because he nearly set up a couple of brilliant counter-attacking chances. Yeah. As well. João Pedro should have had a hat trick today, or at least 2. Gitten's missing absolute sitter. Someone explained to me how he can miss a sitter today but score a banger midweek against Wolves. I'll never understand. I'll never understand.
You know what? That is so contrast. You're so right.
I'll never, especially like the banger. It's even like it's like it's outside of the box. He scored that banger as well. So, but anyway, I thought like everyone really played well. I thought Enzo was very good. He's very good in the first half, especially, and he's more shithouse in the second, where he's winding people up, which I kind of liked. Stuff like that. I thought Reece was okay in his midfield. I thought he was sometimes a bit too slow in his passing in the midfield and stuff like that. I thought Gusto was brilliant at right back. That was more of a Gusto under Poch sort of thing when he played very, very well. Cucurella's like Caicedo for me. It's just another winger in his pocket.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I'm surprised he's able to run up and down the pitch. The amount of wingers he has in his pockets over the last 2 years. Do you know what I mean? And Kudus was like, see you later, like that. Every time he got the ball, it was just nothing. Who else? I thought Caliber played well. I thought Fofana was excellent as well. I don't know why they brought him up. I just let him have his 90+ minutes. Why do I have to bring him up?
I thought that was weird. 88 minutes. Like, what's 2 more minutes? What's 4 more minutes?
That scared me.
It scared me because it's Tosin.
Yeah, it's like I thought though it was brilliant tactics with their free kicks. We were up so high. Which meant that they couldn't get. They would either stand or side. And I thought it was brilliant with the throw-ins. If you notice with the throw-ins, Maresca pushed 3 players up by the halfway line, so they always had to leave a few players back. They couldn't have all their players in the box. And I thought we actually defended. Apart from there was a chance in the second half that Fofana missed the header from the throw-in, and Bentancur just miscontrolled it, which would be in travesty because he should have got sent off.
We could say
that one.
You're done.
But yeah, listen, it's just, to me, it's like, I'll rub it, I'll be banterish because it's Spurs and they deserve it. But this was like always going to happen. To me, this was always going to happen. It was like, for me, it was just like, we couldn't get the second goal. That was the only thing I was like, going, shit. Time is going on. I thought they're going to have that one chance, aren't they? And they're going to scam a point from us. But they didn't deserve it. We earned that. Should have more goals. But now I want to see what this performance flips at home to Wolves next week. Do you know what I mean? Can't go back to the way because I was on the terrace and I think they brought up right. It's like, why isn't this attitude against a team like Sunderland, against a team like Wolves to a certain extent? Because the thing about us is we are consistently inconsistent. In the space of a week, you've seen 3 performances where the whole game against Sunderland we weren't that good. The first half against Wolves we were great. The second half we were trash. And this entire game, first and second half, we were class. So we're just inconsistent throughout. Do you know what I mean? We never have like a consistent run where we have games where we're good in multiple phases of playing all the games. So we got carrier bag midweek.
Esteban playing those games.
Yeah, and we got Wolves. We got Wolves on Saturday to round off before the international break. But no, it's honestly, this is just these Spurs fans. I saw somebody Spurs preview. Someone said they're going to win 3-0, and I was like,
do they know? Do they know?
That's the question. You've won 3 games.
Well, Kudu's going to get a hat trick.
You've won 3 games at home the entire year. You've only won 1 home game this season.
I said this yesterday. Their last home victory was against, I think, Burnley in August.
Burnley, opening game of the season. That's what
they're bad at home.
Yes.
Yeah, they've only won 2. They've only won 2 home games.
And they're going to go beat Chelsea.
Yeah,
at the ground.
Yeah.
That's what I believe in. That's what I believe in. Also, I believe in historical records. Look at other game tonight. Liverpool against Villa. Villa got a shocking record up at Anfield, and they lost again.
Yeah.
Historical records. Historical records.
It's like wrestling, a bit scripted, but you just know it's gonna happen. I'm not saying football's
not
scripted.
that. Yeah. That's what it is. It's just mad.
Set in stone.
Yeah.
Just absolutely. They are just woeful. And I just say to you, like, there's no point doing a preview for the reverse fix, so we know what's going to happen. Just show up, roll over. We'll tickle your bellies like cats, and we'll take the 3 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. A lot of what you said was absolutely spot on. Pretty much everything what you said was spot on. Normally, you brought up the foul, and this needed to.
Reece James.
I know we get tired of saying inconsistency in this brand, but like, guys, sometimes when you see stuff like this, apparently the foul was deemed reckless, but not serious foul play, and was checked. I'm sorry. What determines serious foul play and reckless? Because I could make the argument that a lot of the Gusto tackle against Aston Villa on Digne last season was reckless, not serious foul play. I could make the argument that there were other tackles in previous games that were deemed, endangering a player, but I would say reckless. This looks the same as any other tackle I've seen before where the player gets sent off. Mind you, we did get away with one a little bit with Enzo Fernandez at the end there because it was knee. You could argue that's a yellow because it scrapes him, right?
But then this
is leg breaker right here. Let's be honest.
Because I don't think this frame does adjust it because it wasn't as high as like the frame is showing it because it was lower where it
was pretty high, Chris.
It wasn't. I don't think it's that high in the video. Like if you watch it, like it was like a lot lower.
It was like at the top of his sock, which was by his shin. Like
do you know what?
Where studs landed?
Do you know what I don't like? No. Do you know what I don't like? It's like,
I'll show.
Oh, we'll even it up because Enzo could have got sent off. And my thing is this: we if he got sent off, Ben's got. We know probably Enzo doesn't make that challenge later in the game because they're down for like 10 men. So I mean, so I don't believe it's like that equals it up or something like that because we have no idea what the game would have been like if they had got sent off like that. Whether we would have. How we would have played with the extra man and stuff like that. What space we already have with 11 against 11 and 11 against 10. What more space we would have had? Whatever you say at that point, he's probably a bit lucky at that point to not get sent off. But I don't think anything equals anything or evens itself up. No, because if you got sent off there, that the other tackles probably don't happen. And we already won it up then, I think as well, right?
With this,
we were.
Yeah. We scored in 35 minutes pretty early.
I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad they didn't get a man sent off because they can't use that as an excuse as well. How bad they were. You know what I mean?
I'm just looking at the Bergvall thing. He should not have been on the pitch. So it's good that he got taken off. Concussion substitute and all that. He was wobbly. He was wobbling.
Who was wobbly?
Bergvall.
That's weird though, because it's like a ball and blah. It's like that's so weird because you never think it's just a football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I've been hitting a few times in the head of a ball, man. It makes you lightheaded.
I'm going to
show you the video.
It depends where you get hit in the head. If you get hit top of the head, especially my God, that fucking hurts.
Like if you look at him,
well, we know you probably had concussion issues because you have you don't sometimes concentrate during the streams. So,
I do, but sometimes if I go away and I don't say nothing, then it seems like
because you're probably staring at a wall or something like that.
No.
Yeah, no. Bergvall was not in good shape. He needed to come off. He's like tripping over himself. He's losing his balance. He's got no equilibrium right there.
That's so weird though. So I never like
they get subbed off for it as well. Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah. That's why
it's
Xavi
like-
Simons came on.
You would expect like more the way it goes, the way they're blasting the ball. Like, you expect more goalkeepers to get taken off for concussion more than like outfield players. The way the balls are blasted at them. You know.
Yeah, who even kicked the ball at him? I don't even know.
Is it Enzo?
Enzo.
Yeah, man. I don't remember. Trying to find the.
I mean,
the
in
video
goal,
of
I've had the
foul.
ball kicked at my throat twice, like top.
That sounds painful.
It is.
Yeah.
Like blasted. I felt like Buzz Lightyear
Yeah.
couldn't breathe or something when he got his mask taken off.
Like, I'm even looking at another, like, it's still not good, Chris. I'm looking at this one right here. I'll
What?
actually put
No,
the
I
screen
already
up.
said, like, it depends where it gets in head and how hard it is. Like,
No,
it
no,
can be-
I'm sorry. I'm still looking for the Reece James video. But, like,
No, but,
even
like,
then, like, that's bad. That's bad.
I'm not saying it definitely can be sent off, but so is, like, Enzo Fernandez. Like, I say the same energy. Like, that was, like, up to the knee. And
No, that's
that
fine.
was-
You can
was
say that. You can
reckless.
when you isolate them,
Yeah.
you can say that. My thing is that if he gets sent off here, there's no certainty with anyone could tell me that Enzo would make that tackle.
That's true. That's true. It might be more calm.
If we're already 1-0 up and we're already
Could be
1-0
2-0 up or something at that point as well.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly, right. There's no because like
It'd be more calm.
we were already dominating them with 11 versus 11, right? We're already
agree with
all over them. So it's like, what would have happened if they went down to 10? They'd have less of the ball. We'd have more of it. They'd
Got
be
the
tackling
video.
us more than we're tackling them.
They didn't really have
Yeah.
much of it to begin with.
No,
Play
exactly.
wise, and we're up in our box area. especially
Exactly.
anyway.
So to think like if they were down to 10 men,
Yeah,
we'd have
even
more
worse.
space to do what we were doing already.
That is reckless, and if they said it's reckless, and that up the ankle.
I
like,
didn't
that-
mind.
Yeah.
Today's ref, he let a lot of stuff go that he usually doesn't let go.
Yeah,
That's not usually let go, and I was fine with it for the most part. I thought, I don't know how I don't care if Chalobah was moaning, unless I don't believe Chalobah was verbally abusive, just given his background, and his upbringing. That he got a yellow card as well as Bentancur, it just doesn't sit right with me at all.
It's a whole rule about the captain can only talk to the ref.
Yeah, but I
You know,
don't think, knowing Chalobah's upbringing and his background, I don't think he was. Maybe he was. I don't think he was like really abusive,
Yeah.
shouting at the ref, and stuff like that. But even if
Mm-hmm.
he was, he was justifiable. I don't care about this new rule. He's justifiable to do so. But to equate the two yellows as the same thing is just ridiculous.
That's what bothered me. Why is this like? How is what Chalobah did a yellow, and you're basically saying essentially it's the same thing as what Bentancur is saying in terms of
Yes,
like
the same level of
punishment. Like this
punishment.
is silly.
It's stupid.
This is silly. And in terms of like reckless versus endangering a player, like, come on, man. Like, Bentancur is a midfielder. He's a professional. He knows at this rate, like, Reece is probably going to get the ball. You can put your foot in front of where you think Reece is going to get it, and you'll probably win the ball. But you go straight forward for where his leg is going to be. This looks to me like it's done on purpose. And I don't think
it's on purpose. I just think it's just clumsy.
I don't recall
lazy.
him afterwards looking at Reece being like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like
Oh no, they shook hands. I'm pretty sure. No, was that a different player? Name?
afterwards.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's just like I don't know. It seemed intentional to me. I'm happy. Exactly, Piotr. I'm happy Reece James didn't get hurt because he was down for a bit. He looked like he.
I mean,
really
it
felt
hurts.
that,
It definitely
yeah.
hurts. So you gotta be down for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Reece James is like normally his hamstrings issue. It's not his ankles.
Yeah.
Luckily.
But regardless, like we just want to avoid any other injuries.
We
to
didn't
him.
need
Another
us,
90
like
minutes
Andrew
for him.
said. We didn't need
Another
us.
90
Another 90 minutes. Yeah, how many?
Another 90 minutes for Reece.
Jesus,
Yep.
man.
Another 90 minutes.
What have they done? They've done wonders. And I will say, and even the manager, he protected them pretty well. Because when he said like it's small injuries, I do believe it's small injuries. He just wanted to protect them longer, and it's probably done him justice in the long run. And it's also down to the Reece James because I think he's lost weight. He's worked on himself a bit more. He's probably like not gone as aggressive as he used to be as well. Like calm down a little bit more. So on the player and like the whole team and everything like that.
Oh, just because we like a bit of banter, I got to show you guys this. This is fantastic. There we go. Jacob, you can hold that.
Yes, I'm glad we kept the Garnacho.
Win-win. Just win-win every time.
That's not what I'm saying, Chris.
This is every time they say laugh at we could have got this guy, but we got Garnacho instead.
Hey,
Yeah,
no,
we're
it's,
so lucky.
Haha.
Haha. Yeah.
I'm probably crying still, man. Like, he's in the loser team. What do you expect?
Yeah.
As Andrew said, man, they're
I
losers.
mean, okay, hold on. I'm also not like 100% buying into that because Kudus today played just fine.
He did
No,
alright.
he did.
Kudus looked
He's
good.
wrapped
He
up.
did.
He was
I
wrapped
mean,
up, but he was the
like,
best thing they had.
He did better than Simmons, I guess. Yes,
Yeah.
but
He was the reason they had an
real, but
XG.
Their midfield got dominated. Their defense was not like.
Well, I
that
told
either.
Jacob
It's
this
just-
yesterday. We're gonna win the midfield battle.
I think that's his real face when he signed for Spurs.
Chelsea never called.
We're like,
They need to
hurts me
make
he's at this
an
club,
edit
though.
of
Actually, I think
Xavi
that's-
Simmons
I think
on
that's
on
mostly-
Drake from that music video. You used to call me on myself.
See, like, look, we nearly signed that clown. Who did we sign instead?
yeah.
Who
Right,
did we
okay.
sign? We signed another clown of anything.
Hey.
This is not a clown.
I think this is the face
More
of all
goals and
Spurs
assists.
fans.
Yeah,
This
that's
is the
true.
face how Spurs fans truly feel inside. when they
Bro,
watch their
imagine
team.
being a season ticket holder and you have to go to all these home games and just watch your team get
That's just on
clammed.
them. That's just on them. They accept to be.
Yeah, that's on. I have noticed my sympathy. I can understand if you're a 50-year-old,
one of the
40
older
plus
fans.
year old Tottenham fan. I can understand that. Anyone now who chooses support Spurs, I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. There's a few reasons why you support Spurs in nowadays, right?
Glenn Dempsey.
So it's no, it's family. It's either your whole family supports when you're bullied into it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You lost the bet, yeah, or you're
Jacob lost the bet.
stupid, or you're stupid, yeah, or you're stupid, yeah. Because there's no way you can if you were like I'd probably say probably about eight years old onwards, like you decide to support a club, like you really understand, and I think you could if you had a free choice to choose any team to support, I have no idea logically why you would pick Spurs to support. It's just
Like
nothing.
You gotta be dumb if you pick
That's what I mean. Yeah, you're stupid. You're stupid.
Because like if you live up like Manchester, Liverpool, like north somewhere, and you pick Tottenham, and you have no family members or whatever, like no ties to it, why did you pick them?
Bro, it's not even that. If you just live in London,
Yeah, there's many clubs.
there
you
are
can
two
still
other
choose.
teams. There are two other teams you can support.
Two bigger teams, yeah, for sure.
The two bigger teams you can support.
I'd rather support.
I'd
Fulham.
rather support Brentford.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
The amount of
blame you.
misery you go through, like
That's
just
true.
being a Spurs fan, it must be unbearable.
Check this out. I just found a stat thanks to Squawka, and the picture just happens to be perfect as well. Chelsea have now won more Premier League games at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium than any other away side since the ground opened in April in 2019.
6 out of 7. 6 out of 7.
And look who's in the picture, Chris.
Yeah. I mean,
Getting
Gusto,
bullied
man.
by
Gusto
Malo
was
Gusto.
great. Gusto was great.
Talk
but-
to me about Gusto, man. What'd you like about Gusto today?
No, it's like I said before. He's always in the right position for his defensive. Like he intercepted a lot. He was aggressive when he needed to be. I don't know how many tackles he did, but he did a fair few tackles. And his passing wasn't like crazy or nothing. He just did the simple stuff, passed it on. Yeah, he was like Andrew said as well, like the old Gusto from Poch as well. I do agree with that one. Like it just felt like that. And we said like, oh, why are we having Gusto on? I said the same.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have Santos on and have Reset right back, but I can't argue against it when Gusto had like a really good game. He's one of our top players today with like Fofana, Chalobah, Caicedo. Those are the top four for me, and he was part of it. Like I don't know where I'd put him as a, maybe he's fourth or third or whatever. Maybe he's the third best player actually. Fofana, him, and Caicedo being number one, of course. But yeah, like he was brilliant, and I wish he can find his consistent form, his old self, because I really liked the guy in his first season. He stepped up when Reece was going through his injuries, and he was like that guy to fill his spot when he was not there. It's just last season mainly he was just awful until the Club World Cup. He started picking up, and this season I think he's been a bit inconsistent, maybe more on the bad side, but like he's had a couple of good performances, and today was probably his best, I want to say, maybe, I think.
No,
I would say
Liverpool
today was
probably.
his best performance. of the week.
Liverpool is quite good
Maybe
too.
best
Oh yeah,
perform-
Liverpool too.
Maybe his best performance at right back this season. He's
Yeah.
been playing
Yeah,
midfield.
We
he
did
played
play
midfield.
midfield,
Yeah.
I'm honestly happy with it. With him. with today.
I agree with you because I also feel that I try not to be too hateful when it comes to players in the team as much as I don't want them, right? Like this includes Garnacho and so on and so forth. I understand Malo Gusto was absolutely poor last season, our worst player, right? I think that goes without a debate. I mean, you can maybe argue in Kunku, you can maybe argue, I don't know who you can maybe argue, but Malo Gusto was across the board most people's pick for worst player of the season last season. And so a lot of people wanted him sold. A lot of people wanted him gone. And a lot of people had this idea of what he now had become last season. And they're carrying it over to this season. Now me and maybe Andrew and maybe Chris, I'd like to believe we kind of take away the agendas and the tinted glasses and just like to look at the performance for what it is for that day. And then we move on. And I got to admit, this season, Gusto has had some bad performances. That I'm not going to deny. But he's also had some okay performances and some positive performances. And today was one of those positives. And I think Gusto is finally starting to catch up. And he's finally kind of starting to turn the form back around, which is what we need from Gusto. I just don't think it's consistent.
He had to do something because his last performance was against Forest, where he got sent off. Right? Stupidly. Oh, no, sorry, before Wolves. Sorry. He started against Wolves midweek, but before that, I think was...
yeah.
It's Forest.
I totally forgot about that. I can't keep up with all the red cards
I thought he was going to start the game against Ajax, but he didn't, and he was suspended against Sunderland.
We finished with 10 men. That's another positive. Go ahead.
So, he needed to pay back because of that. Because the last time in the league against Forest, he got needlessly sent off, and he was already on the yellow, so he needs to do that. Yeah, I thought it was very. Who started for them on the left?
Wait, on left wing?
Yeah,
I think it was Bergvall, and then Xavi Simons came on.
Yeah, Simons.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did the four. They did the weird four, like when Pep does four centre backs playing at the back. They did like the weird four like central midfielders.
Oh, I meant to ask you, Surfer. Did you know Colomwani played today?
No.
Did he? Wait, did he actually play? Wait,
He started
Chris, he did.
Moved into the wing when Richarlison came on, who did exactly the same.
I say this now. Glenn Johnson's their best striker.
I've never rated Colomwani ever.
I thought it was Richarlison. Wait, I swear it's Richarlison.
No, Richarlison came on.
Why the hell they not start Richarlison? He was way more noticeable.
Yeah,
because he flopped around.
That too, yeah, I guess.
That's a stupid.
No, but no, I thought he was very good. Gus, I remember he created a chance for João Pedro in the first half as well, from a good cross. It just shows what a difference a goal can give to someone's confidence as well. We look at João Pedro when he missed that chance just before he scored as well, and then he should have had an assist because Keaton should have scored. But yeah, I thought Gusto was very good today. Like most players on the pitch were very good.
Yeah. I don't mind seeing Gusto in the lineups. Like I genuinely understand he has some bad performances from time to time. Like I'm not gonna pretend this season he's been great, but I think Maresca, for one, has his favorites. That's one. But I also think, and this is very much what was being said on the Discord, which, by the way, if you haven't joined the Discord, ladies and gents, Discord is there. We have a community. We talk football. And you can talk to me there too. But I think someone in the Discord came in and said, like, there's a reason why he's there. He serves a purpose. Like, he has a job to do when he's on the pitch, and I don't think I think it's kind of a thankless job, like what you were saying with the wingers. I think his role in the team sometimes, especially against Liverpool, for example, it can be overlooked sometimes and not really appreciated.
The issue I have is that you cannot overwhelm him and ask him to do multiple tasks.
Yeah.
Which is when you ask him to do multiple tasks, i.e. against Forest, when you ask him to do the same job against Liverpool, which wasn't going to work because he's playing a different team, but then you ask him to start off attacks when his passing is not the best, and stuff like that. When you ask him to overthink stuff, like today wasn't really overthinking stuff. It was control that right side, support when you can, give the ball to the attacking players. a very simple job for him to do, which he followed to the T, and it was a very good performance.
While we're discussing some of the defensive work that was happening today, at least with Malo Gusto, I wanted to give some praise to the center backs, because obviously I want to talk about Moses Caicedo eventually, but I think the center backs today, I got to give it to them. I had my doubts, obviously, understandably so, about Chalobah starting. I knew he was going to start just because he wasn't on the bench for Wolves. Rest him. Fofana didn't even play a single minute, so I knew the pairing was going to be him and Fofana. But today, got to give credit where credit is due. I think this game was easily Chalobah's best performance this season, and Wesley Fofana playing 88 minutes or whatever, I think has proven and has reminded, which he always does, right? I think he reminded people of just how good of a player he is, and the only issue you have with him is the fact that he cannot stay fit. And I don't think I'm overblowing it. I don't think I'm overgassing it by saying that.
No, I think you're right. Like, for instance, I don't think he needs to play or travel midweek. Just for his things. He played a lot of minutes here. Save him.
I don't want to see him against Karabakh.
Get him ready for Wolves. Same with like Caicedo as well. Don't need to see him. I think we should be good with a double pivot of Lavia and Santos against Karabakh. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Yeah. Lavia some minutes.
Yeah. Lavia needs minutes. Santos needs minutes as well. Santos didn't get on the pitch today, remember? So pretty clear to me that Santos will start midweek. But yeah, Karabakh. Remember, if anyone doesn't know where it is, it's in Kazakhstan, which means it's closer to Russia. It's closer to go in between Russia and China than it is. it's the most eastern part of Europe you can get. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those. So it's gonna be a long ass flight there and back, even if it's in first class. But no, he played very well, very calming. Like I say, I think there was a couple of mistakes. The biggest one was he missed that header from the long throw, and they had a chance in the early part of the second half, but Bentancur miscontrolled it. Otherwise, it was very calming influence, good passing, good tackling. Very good. Good performance.
I'm glad you mentioned that, sir.
And Chalobah had a good performance as well. Very calming, good passing, good tackling. Let's face it though, they really didn't put us under that much pressure. You know what I mean? In terms of their attacking, it's very, very easy. But that's down to us as well with the amount of control as a team we had in all areas. So.
I think I'm glad you said that, because I was saying this yesterday. When in terms of Chalobah, and this isn't really a knock on Chalobah. Either you have it or you don't. I think this is just Chalobah is always from what I've seen through Chelsea, social media, and all this and that, and Chris, Surf, I'm sure you agree. Chalobah is, a God-fearing man. He is humble, wholesome, really nice guy, right? Always welcoming to the team, always doing what's best for the club, all that, right? No doubting that whatsoever. The one thing I don't think he can be is that stern leader in the back like Levi Colwill. Yeah. I don't think he's a leader. So when you have someone like Wesley Fofana come in and kind of be that experienced like leader, because I think he's more of a leader than Chalobah, he can bring that calming sense that I think Chalobah needed, because I think Chalobah gets in his head. He does fall under pressure. We saw how he reacted to the result of the United game. He wasn't happy. People were saying he was on the verge of tears, like it was getting to him. And this kid's on socials too. You see how he replies to some content creators on Insta and all this stuff. Like, it gets to him. It gets to him. So
wait, Chalobah does it?
Yeah. Yeah. Chalobah and I think Lavia are most active like Chelsea reps and
I think Lavia
socials.
tweets something or
Instagram
posts.
Lavia likes to be on social media a lot.
I mean, I see him post his like team for Foot Champs or something for FIFA, like 15-0.
But my point in saying that is just that, like, I think having someone like Fofana next to you, who you know is going to be rock solid, who you know knows what he's talking about as well, because again, even though he hasn't played much for Chelsea, 30-something games, right? Very much a handful in the 3 years he's been here. you got to remember, prior to him coming to Chelsea, he was getting called up to France. He was playing really well for Leicester before the injury. So there was a good player there. He had a lot of experience. He's still a good defender. So having that calming presence, I think, helped out Chalobah tremendously today. Chris, what do you think?
Wait, say that again. I think it cut out. No, I honestly think it cut out.
Many things in life are certain. Right?
Death,
taxes.
We beat Spurs, and he doesn't know what's going on the street.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Chris, I think Fofana is a crucial defender for Chelsea at this moment because he brings a calming presence that maybe will help Chalobah out. That's what I
really wish he was like, I agree. Like, I wish he was a fit guy. Like, look at Reece James since the surgery. He's actually playing back-to-back 90 minutes. I hope that for Fofana. I really hope he doesn't go through another injury for like, I don't know, 3-4 months or whatever, because like him and Colwell would have been our perfect partnership, and I wouldn't have been really too fussed about another centre-back for sure, probably, if Fofana was more fit for sure. But yeah, like he's definitely our more crucial player. He made, for me as well, he probably make Chalobah look a lot better around him, because we saw today, like you said it, like Chalobah's best performance. And there was some highlights what I saw Chalobah did, like, you know, that one where they threw ball it and Chalobah somehow leaped for it and intercepted. But yeah, Fofana, he just knows when to tackle, aggressive.
I forgot about this.
And on the ball, he's quite good as well. Like he's a very talented centre back, and it shows every time he does play. He has normally a good game. I'll be honest. Like a lot of times he plays well, either at right back or centre back. He would just play well there, and like there's no reason. Hopefully,
you know what I will say?
Like, yeah.
And again, this is heavily relying on Fofana being fit. I still think, regardless, we should be going in January, bringing back Anselmino or whatever they think the solution is. Right? Do something about the center back. Give Resk at least an option, right? To maybe see if we can find.
We don't know what's going to happen.
I think I know what's
going to happen. Like Badiashile will be fit in January.
Oh, like, true. That's
what's going to happen is Badiashile will be fit in January. And then like on the final day of the January transfer, he'll get injured again. Or get injured just after the January transfer window, and he'll be out for like the rest of the season.
And then we'll be fucked. And
we'll be like, fuck's sake. You can even bring like one of them back. Because we don't need to bring them back because they're all back fit. They're all back fit now. Like, Fofana's back fit. We've got Tosin, we've got Achimpong, we've got Chalobah, we've got Badiashile, we've got all the internal solutions and stuff like that. The problem with Wesley Fofana, it's not that he's not a good player. It's just the fitness. That's all the issue.
That's what I tried to tell Jacob yesterday. He didn't want to believe me.
Wait, but he thinks Fofana's bad?
No, no. He's got a right to say Van der Ven's better right now because Van der Ven is better right now.
Van der Ven is better.
Van der Ven is better right now because he's been consistent right now.
Yes.
Fofana's not had once Fofana's like, you had to take Reece James out of the conversation for best right back. Because he wasn't fit, he wasn't there to represent.
This is true. Yeah, that's a situation with Fofana.
You can't like go on what's based on before. It's like when Colwell gets back, we can't have Colwell in conversations as best defenders now because he's out injured. We don't know how good he's going to be when he comes back from an ACL.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is
do you know what I mean? So it's like we have to like go. Yeah, that's fair.
Was this an ACL reconstruction or just?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It looks pretty bad from.
Mine's an ACL reconstruction, man. My God, it takes forever.
I mean, Abdemus Prime is actually talking about what I wanted to actually ask you guys, which is, I personally, I want to see more consistency, right? If you want to just do Prem with Wes and Chalobah, and if Chalobah can continue to play like this, and then have the Champions League be for Hato and Achimpong, I have no questions about that whatsoever. Get them comfortable.
Them two can definitely play like I don't think there's any
the Carabao Cup games, the FA Cup games.
I don't think there's any need to. I don't think some players don't need to travel on Tuesday. Like Fofana, Caicedo, Cucurella don't need to travel.
Please, yes.
They don't need to travel. Maybe even Reece doesn't need to travel. Either, do you know what I mean? It's like I don't think everyone needs to travel to carry a bag. We should be able to. I know they've had a good start at Carabag. They beat Benfica and stuff like that. But I think we should be good enough to go there and get a win. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
Our B team against Wolves is pretty good. I still think like
right, but
Esteval's games.
that's what I mean. We should be
we-
able to.
we
have a
like,
solid
play-
B team.
You should be able to play a combination of like
the Lats should play that game.
Achimpong tossing, like Hato, Gusto, Santos, Lavia, Esteval, Buonanotte, Gui, and Gittins, and Abdelap on the bench, to come on and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It should be good enough to go there and get like 3 points away. Should be good enough. I'm sure they will travel because that's just what Maresca does.
Well, we're gonna need him on the bench just in case too.
I don't even think we should. I think we shouldn't really need that. We shouldn't have needed it really against Wolves, but we needed it against Wolves.
We almost bowled it. That's why, as well.
Yes, that's the problem. It should be. I think it's like a really early. It's an early kickoff. I think because they're so far ahead.
What day do we play?
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Is it like a 5:30?
Yes, it's 12:45 my time, which means by then it's going to be
5:45
our time.
Yeah, 5:45 your time.
Yeah.
So
Tuesday.
That is
crazy for UCL. Actually, no, it's not.
They're so far. They're close to Asia and Europe. So it's like that's why.
We've been getting kind of used to that.
I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to work that day.
Yes, it's like 12:45.
Middle of the day.
It's like nearly.
Have all your phones.
You can take your lunch. You can take your lunch break and watch like a.
Yeah, I can find a bar that's gonna show me Karabakh versus Chelsea.
What you should
know
do.
what? What are the
you should do is this: next schedule when Chelsea are playing. To visit bars that you are trying to sell stuff to or whatever to look at that show like the sports and stuff like that. So you go, I'm just here to do this. Just let me just do that. And you're like there for I'm gonna have to go there for at least a couple of hours to try and sell this dude the product or whatever you do.
Yeah, it's taking a long time.
He's a tough negotiator, this guy,
Where are we in the table in Champions League actually?
What?
We're in the middle. I think we're in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. Relegation's 25, so we're pretty good.
We don't play Cardiff next. We don't play Cardiff till after the international break.
Yeah. These are our last two. These upcoming 2 games are our last 2 games before international break.
Yeah.
How many games do you have Champions League for Group Stage 6?
8.
8.
Yeah.
The group stage ends in January.
I mean, it's quite hard to get relegated. I think you got to be 25th or lower.
Well, it's not relegated. You just don't.
You
just
don't advance.
You get
you just don't advance.
You're eliminated essentially.
Yeah. Okay. The elimination pie. Yeah. No. Does anyone not go to Europa League from it?
Nope.
No.
Doesn't happen.
Oh, they stopped that nonsense.
Yeah.
Stop that. Yeah.
That was a load of nonsense. I'd be real and unfair.
Well, no, it made the competition probably better because.
Yes, I do agree.
You can make that argument.
I didn't think it made it fair for like teams in there though.
I was gonna say actually that and talking about the game coming up reminded me of like one of the more depressing times of my life as a Chelsea fan. Not the most. There's a Graham Potter was pretty bad. But when I went to a bar to see if I can watch a Chelsea game and then we were playing Conference League, the game was not on.
Nah, they don't care, man.
No one gives a fuck about Conference League.
If it's Champions
they had
League,
United
we'll
United versus Bodo. No, who did they play? Frankfurt.
They was in Europa League. It might be Frankfurt or some team.
What was the semifinals they played? It was Bodo versus Spurs.
Oh, they didn't give a shit about Chelsea in semifinals.
No.
Was it Lyon?
Watching United and Spurs versus Chelsea in Conference League.
Can't blame.
I don't think they even knew what channel it was on.
It's a Conference League. They probably don't know it existed yet.
It's rough. So obviously, I need to praise him more. Not enough praise for this player who, in my opinion, I think the opinion of everyone here is easily the man of the match, which I think it's got to go to Caicedo. Some tweets on Caicedo. Oops, did not. That's a new screen. Wes Caicedo registered more successful interceptions than any other player for Tottenham or Chelsea. Tackle, and assist for the goal too. This is his stats today. 1 assist, 30 out of 35 passes, 2 fouls, 2 tackles, 4 interceptions, 7 recoveries, 4 out of 6 duels won, 1 foul given. I got dribbled past 0 times.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Enzo Maresca comments on Caicedo.
What is that? Where'd that look? Where's this photo
Jesus
from?
Christ, who chose that picture? I just looked
It's
up.
kind of a
Who
creepy
done
one,
that?
I'm not
Where's
gonna
that
lie.
picture from?
Is this what the
It's probably for
victims
a
see? Like when he's behind their
nightcap.
shoulder, like he's about to take the ball off him?
I wouldn't be.
That's that's
You know what this picture reminds you of? Remember when the Chelsea players was Luis and Lampard and Torres got painted in blue?
This was him. This was his look he gave Maresca when he had to come on against Wolves midweek.
Really?
Saved the game.
My knee
it's like,
hurts.
to make sure we got through. It's like, what? You forced me to travel up here in the first place. Now I've got to get on this pitch. I need a rest.
Moy is showing how good he
forward.
is. He's top, the best thing for him. He's humble, such a good guy, and is there to help everyone. Him and Rodri are the best defensive midfielders in the world. I don't
Without
disagree,
question.
Maresca.
Like,
Speak with
like,
chess. Speak with chess.
Say it loud enough for Paul Scholes.
I don't think Rodri's the same. What I said about
He's not the
Oh,
same
like
Rodri.
before.
said about Fofana
Not
and
yet.
what I said about Fofana and Reece earlier. I don't think you put Rodri in there right now. Rodri's not played for over a year, but he's been injured again.
He's still recovering.
They're recovering, so for me, he's better than Rodri
We'll
at the
speak on
moment.
Sanchez, yeah.
He's better than Rodri at the moment. I think him and Rice are the two very best.
Rice is quite good, yeah.
I have no problem for people who favour Rice over Caicedo and vice versa. It's two very good players, but those two are certainly the best centre midfielders in the league by far. It's not even close. No one comes close to them. Rodri's not even on the list at the moment. It's not the best midfielder at Man City at the moment, let alone.
Grinders, I would say,
Yeah.
maybe, or
Well,
Grinders
so
is
Not,
pretty
this-
good, yeah.
not this season.
you got to play.
Rodri's still recovering.
Yeah, I mean, it took Van Dijk a while, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Rodri's not the best. He's just coasting on. Rodri's not the best at the moment. Just coasting on his past
Exactly.
achievements.
What was his
He's
injury?
been out. He's been out for a year of an ACL near enough.
It
He
was
came
ACL.
back. He came back too early for the end of the season of World Club Cup. Came back too early, and he's
Yeah.
paid for it ever since. He's been. This is what the second or third time he's been out injured since he's come back.
Yeah.
So
I
you know,
think when it comes to, like, for lack of a better term, specimens like Rodri, in terms of like a human that can do what he's doing, players with that build, like the Van Dykes and the Rodris, and I could be waffling, but I genuinely believe this. I think when they get injured, it takes a while. It takes a while to get the mobility.
this isn't about
they needed to
this
be
isn't about a
and all that
trophy
stuff.
count. Of course, Rodri's got the trophy count. We're talking who's playing best right now, and you can't
Mm-hmm.
put Rodri in the same pitch as Caicedo.
Yeah, I
That's very
agree.
true.
I agree. I think Caicedo's been absolutely freaking brilliant. Pete, what's going on, man? How you doing? What'd you think on Caicedo's performance today, bro?
It was good. I wish that the rest of our wide players were serious players
Yeah.
and weren't terrible. But you know,
I'm not gonna lie. Width-wise, we were not doing hot.
Nah, they're just, I don't know, man. We need some sort of output out of those guys, and I don't know where we're gonna get it consistently, other than from Esteval. But Caicedo was good.
Mm-hmm.
But Spurs midfield just showed up to kick shins. They didn't really show up to play the game.
I don't think
I
we gave
said,
much of an
I
option.
said the Chelsea wide players are like the Ravens defensive coaches. It's a thankless task this season. That's what it is.
Whoa, they are. Oh my god, Garnacho and Neto. I'm not sure which one I dislike watching more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right now it's not looking too hot.
But I think what the Chelsea wingers remind me of is when you're searching for someone in when people sit in a capsized boat in the middle of the sea and someone's like waving like a flare, like trying to be seen in the dark. Because they're so isolated, sometimes they're up against like 2 or 3 players that they always have to pass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one gets
Oh,
near
they're
them.
just. I don't even
They're
know.
like lepers.
Well, I was gonna ask you guys. Do
They're
you
like
think it's because
lepers.
Maresca's just asking the wingers to just stretch out the pitch, just stretch out the pitch?
No,
problem-
no, they're not
the
good.
problem is, but I think Neto needs to improve. I think he's shown a bit more recently. But my problem is this: if you play with a forward like João Pedro, who likes to drop deep, your wingers have to then get closer to him, right?
Okay.
You have to, because you can't. It's different when you have like a spearhead up there. You can cross it into like a Delap or something, right? You could actually do that. Whereas like João Pedro, we know what João Pedro likes to do. He likes to drop deep, collect the ball. He likes to be one to facilitate the ball. I would. And this is obviously instructions from wrestling because we know modern day players don't have thoughts in themselves. They just follow the coach's instructions. We all know that. There's no real mavericks anymore. But it's like I would be. My thing would be. It's fine when you got like a dap out there because you don't have a player like João Pedro or a Palmer behind him. Then you've got that player to link up. You could have those two wide players, but at least one of them has to get closer, or has to be told to get closer, because it just makes more sense. Then they can run off, get the ball, get a chance to score like that. Otherwise, and my personal opinion, I just think touchline wingers are so outdated. You know what I mean? It's just such an antiquated, proper Barclays 4-4-2 system. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that. That's what it is. Now, who plays with like wingers now? They're all inside forwards anyway. You know what I mean, there's no real team that plays with wingers. I know City probably do, but no one else really does it.
A little bit, but they're struggling from time to time. They're patchy.
Yeah, well, they're rubbish, like us.
I mean, yeah, Savinho's been really bad for them. They should have sold Savinho to Spurs when they had the chance.
I mean, Doku is just a variant.
Doku's had a better season this season, but you can only expect so much.
Doku's just a variant of Ahmed. You know what I mean? It's just a rich density. You know what I mean? There he is.
Ahmed, I didn't know you had a game like that, bro.
Listen, I told you before, man.
Why do you think he's in a hotel right now? He's in a hotel in London preparing for the game tomorrow. That's what's happening.
I don't know if my house looks like a hotel.
I know. You change your setup. That's
looks like the extra rooms are back there in that hallway, bro.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's actually my bathroom. Yeah,
that's a little fire sign
that's room
they have
200,
in the back of
bro.
hotel doors.
And that's room 200. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little fire sign.
The fire escape is back there.
Yeah.
No. Ahmed, I hope you lose your TV license soon. Why are you doing that? I'm sorry that I've gone Hollywood, mate. You know what I mean? No, but on a serious note, you know, listen. Obviously, I've been doing a bit more work, obviously, with Sky Sports and stuff, and
of course,
and on the app. So I've not really had that much time to focus on the YouTube, I'm afraid.
The little people. We're gonna say the little people.
No, but on a serious note, you feel tough after
What? Disrespectful.
On a serious note, into EPL tough after the international break, I'll be back to doing like regular watching.
Oh, thank you, exalted one.
It's also only because I'll be honest, I've had probably one of the craziest periods also of my personal working life. Like I've had some big improvements even in that one. So that's been good. Do we just have another match of just Drew McIntyre just getting a 3-count loss again? This is not serious. This is not serious, bro. I hate this company sometimes, bro. This is like
Spurs. He's Spurs, man.
He's Spurs, bro. He's actually Spurs, bro. Like
Drew Mac and Spurs. That's what they'll call it from now on.
Oh my goodness me. This is not sitting right away. Listen, obviously I will give my review for the game. I was initially not happy with the start lineup in the terms of like I felt like he could have added one or two players in my personal opinion.
What players?
Like as I said before, I think Estevar was a good shot by some people.
Yeah,
like maybe he could have had a good start. I think he deserved the start considering his performances. One of the things I always talk about is merit, right? One of the things we should be doing as a club is helping out with merit, making sure we can get some of these guys who deserve to play to be playing the team. Even Gittins to an extent, I think you could make an argument for deserved it on merit in terms of his performances compared to Garnacho himself, right? Yeah. I know obviously he missed the open net like today. Like we can also be fair about.
I think he's one play, because he played 90 minutes the other night. I think it's more of a rotation thing.
Yeah,
which is fair. Which is fair for me. I'm
that
not
makes sense for games, but not for us.
Yeah,
they'll both probably start midweek.
Exactly.
But then not start against Wolves.
Of course. I think my thing of the Gusto in midfield thing is that I don't really feel like I don't think it necessarily works for me. If that makes sense, right? I feel like in terms of the balance,
he didn't play in midfield today.
He didn't play in midfield today.
Yeah, we chose.
But it's like, I think it's like
mostly.
It's Reece James played midfield.
Yeah, Reece James was struggling a little bit, but
he did struggle.
Yeah. I just feel like for me, sometimes, bro, let's keep it simple. I think Reece over displays the reduced right back role, and you can maybe have an Andre Santos or even in that box role. Maybe I think for me, I would much prefer that in my personal opinion. But either way, doesn't matter about what we put out because we got the job done, which is the key thing, right? We got our 3 points. Good goal, good work by Caicedo in terms of like his aggression, right? In terms of like making sure to get those back-to-back, what's it called, interceptions, which is the credit that he deserves. And we got that goal. So, and I think after that, really, we had our chances. We just kept missing them. And I think it's just about, again, just being a bit more clinical.
Agreed.
Really, the only thing that we were missing really in that game.
I agree. And on the topic of the goal, right? Because we were just talking about Caicedo, and Caicedo solely responsible for that goal. I think another thing that goes against the wingers, like we were just talking about with Neto's case, I think what annoyed me about Neto in this game was specifically that goal. Neto loses the ball, and instead of going for it or trying to like regain it from his mistake, he gives up on it. And you could tell Caicedo was almost like frustrated that he had to go and make another tackle. And that tackle was what gets us the goal. And I mean, I made the joke that when the goal went in, Caicedo and Neto were like holding each other, but Caicedo looked like he was strangling Neto for not going for the second tackle. But it's like Neto sometimes like gets a little lazy with the work rate, and I don't like saying that because I know that's not the player he is. But these recent performances has just not been up there. Like, I'll usually give Neto the benefit of the doubt and be like, all right, he didn't lose the ball. Like he had moments, but he was kind of marked out and whatever. Today was just one of those games like, brother, you didn't get locked up by Jed Spence, right? But at the same time, you didn't really do much when you had an opportunity to. And that could be in part to do with João Pedro's position.
I mean, did he really not get locked up by Jed Spence?
No, because he had dribbles. He won dribbles.
Yeah, I'll pull up that was more creative. You can make the argument for. Oh, what's Garnacho? I hate to say it like that. Oh, Garnacho created bigger tasks than he did. So I think there's a fair argument to make. Garnacho was probably a bit more effective than he was.
He had one successful dribble today.
Garnacho created. Well, we could argue, if I'm not mistaken, there was the Pedro chance that Garnacho created a Pedro Neto chance off the top of my head, if I'm not mistaken.
Both had one successful dribble today.
Right?
I think they were both
and
the
then
same.
He also created
two sides
a Pedro Neto, right, which he wasn't able to control either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to like obviously like disrespect. I'm not saying that Garnacho is a made either. You saw me. I cooked him on Sky. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hide from cooking Garnacho. I will cook him in public.
I understand.
So my point is that Garnacho was bad, and that's not good to say, but even he was giving us one or two crosses that were kind of dangerous.
No, it was just the one against that he.
There was two. It was 2 or 3. I'm fairly certain.
No, what were the other two then?
There was the Pedro Neto one, remember?
Yeah, I know that one.
There was the one before that with João Pedro, which he wasn't able to convert either as well, right?
Yeah, where he intercepts the ball and it goes to João Pedro. Yeah. That like those were 2 highlights for him today for me. And then the one highlight where it was an impressive little show of technicality where he was able to read the ball and he kept possession in a really tight spot on the line. But other than that, I didn't think he was.
But like the point is, either way, bro, he was average. I'm not saying that he was good. I'm saying he's average, right? But
don't believe the score chat.
My thing just is that I need to. I know you guys are talking about touchline wingers, right? My thing always predominantly when it comes to playing that style of winger is that obviously these guys need to be good dribblers, bro, right? And the problem is you've got Pedro Neto, like his gimmick when he dribbles, is the stop-start gimmick. Remember that one that I always tell you about, Marshall? Like we all know what I'm talking about. He'll run, pause, then run again, then pause. Like
Neto does it, Garnacho does it.
Yeah, Garnacho does that too, right? And so my thing is like, listen, you'd probably need 1 or 2 of those guys which are a bit more P&P. I'm not gonna disagree with that. But like
the problem I have with this comment is this. If no one was there, that means the cutback wasn't good. It means Garnacho didn't look to see he was there in the first place.
Yeah.
Or he's just cutting back for the purpose of it. That doesn't mean it's a good cutback.
Too.
A good cutback means like the person was there and maybe the defender just got there and blocked it or blocked the shot or something like that. If no one's not there, it doesn't mean it's a good cutback. That's like saying it's a good pass by the midfielder, but he passed it right to the opposition midfielder. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's what I'm talking about. You You want to cook Neto, that's absolutely fine. I think Neto gets way overdone because we're only talking a couple of games ago. He was very good against Forest.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So it's like it's one of those. And like I said, I think this touchline thing just needs to stop because I think if Esteval started today, I think we're still talking about the same thing with Esteval being isolated up there. Maybe Esteval cuts in a bit more because he likes to do that and he's got the 10 stuff he wants to do. Maybe that's a bit different. But even sort of when Gittins came on, I know he missed that chance, but he was stuck to that touchline as well. You know what I mean? It's just the point where it needs to, one or both, it just needs to end because it doesn't make, especially when you're not even having underlapping fullbacks as well. You know what I mean? To support. Does it makes even less sense? And like I said, it's a thankless task because they receive the ball on the wide and like no one's there within like 5 yards. So they always have to, they're always like double teamed or they have to cut back.
Exactly.
I mean, I think we lose momentum all over because there's no one in the box to cross to because João Pedro's not that type of forward. Do you know what I mean? This
season, like Andrew's got a really good point. This season, the best games I've seen from, for example, Garnacho, have been the games where we had Cucurella coming inside or overlapping, like underlapping, overlapping, like where he's 1-2 with Cucurella. Again, like with Garnacho, like what doesn't impress me, for example, is like stats like this where, okay, where is it? The dribbling stat, successful dribbles. You only tried one dribble and you won the one dribble. Take more chances. Be more attacking. You know, don't. It's like, I get it. Not all wingers need to dribble to be good, but at the same time, like we want more out of the attack instead of just cut.
You know what the problem is?
Keep going, pace and power. At least Neto, like he got locked up to an extent. I would agree. Like he did get locked up by Jet Spence. 6 dribbles attempted, only one of them was successful.
You see what I was saying? Sorry, just perfect. The cutback thing is this: if my problem with Jackson was that he wasn't there. My problem is Garnacho with his cutbacks. He doesn't look. He just cuts back instead of going, is this the right opportunity for a cutback? No one's there. Then why do you cut back? Do you know what I mean? That's a different conversation. We're overlapping two things. If you want to talk about why isn't the player there, then I agree with you. The player should be there to try and get a cutback. But if he's not there or it's only one person in there, he's marked by 3 defenders, there's no point trying to cut back to him when he's going to lose the ball. So it's like, look up, see what the opportunity is. If it's not cut back, recycle the ball, we'll try again. Do you know what I mean? Like or try and get a corner or something like that.
One thing I would say is that I don't know if you can do that particular pairing of Garnacho and Neto. If that makes sense.
No,
what I mean by that,
I don't think so.
What I mean by that is that if you're gonna have 2 guys that are sort of P&P guys that just run of the ball, not necessarily known as good dribblers, I don't think that's effective, right? Because if one is getting locked on the other side, you want another guy that can at least he can dribble the ball, can be effective in that 1v1 range, right? I think you
can do that if you don't play them as touchline wingers. So if you have them a bit closer to Pedro, and then you can use Pedro as a facilitator, as the
kind of like I know what you mean,
have them run inwards, have them invert their runs. I think you can do that, but the way it is right now, you literally have 2 touchline wingers and a false 9, and Enzo having like a roaming 8, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? And they're not close to each other.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Whereas like if you had João Pedro, say Delap wasn't stupid and got sent off midweek, say you bought him on for like, because Greed didn't even come on today. Remember, he didn't even come on today. But say if you started off with Greed and João Pedro, you had Greed in the box being that guy to distract the defenders. You have João Pedro there who we saw against Forest. Remember when against Forest second half week? Exactly. He was all over the place. Do you know what I mean? He was like that. Then it makes more sense with a touchline wingers. Whereas now it just doesn't. The different like when Jose Mourinho played Duff and Robin, they weren't touchline wingers.
They weren't.
They weren't. They were like inside forwards basically. But Drogba was up there and Lampard was there. They did go to the wing. I'm not denying that. Same with Joe Cole and stuff like that. But he didn't stay stuck on the wing. Do you know what I mean? Or like they're too far apart. It works sometimes, and it will work with a Delap and a 10. I'm sure it will work, no problem. But it won't work with a João Pedro up there by himself. It just doesn't Now, we're not. It worked okay today because it was against a shitty Spurs team, right?
Mhm.
But we saw it like against Wolves midweek, right in the second half. The wingers were white. It just didn't work. Stuff like that. And that's where Maresca's got to go. That's where he's got to be a little bit more less new age coach thing with the stubbornness and go, maybe one of you can stay touched and the other one of you is going to be coming in a bit more like that. Especially with the way we controlled the game against Spurs. They weren't doing fuck all against us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Could have done that.
0.05 XG. And that was the kudu shot that I think it was a good save from Sanchez. And
we got lucky that the way Sanchez pushed that out. We're lucky because there was 2 Spurs players there. There was no Chelsea defenders there.
Yes.
He was so lucky he got enough on it to put, and the way he pushed the angle and pushed it out.
Yeah.
Very lucky there.
Yeah.
And maybe earned that. We earned that luck, but very lucky.
Where is the? I just had.
You can only create your own luck, as they say, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wanted to take a second to give a little bit of praise because I don't think we do enough of it really when I think it goes under the radar is what I'm trying to get at. And I think you got to give a bit of kudos to Robert Sanchez today because he didn't have much to do. He did make that one save, fine. But what he did do is help us a lot in the set pieces. I think it was brilliant that there was that one set piece where it was a throw in from Danzo and he grabbed it. And I was always like, okay, cool. That's one way to defend these throw ins. That's been a kryptonite for us. And I think today, just from claiming a ball perspective and doing all those things that, unfortunately, I just don't see Jurgensen doing ever. He's always just watching the ball. It's nice to have a keeper that, okay, cool. Safe pair of hands when you have a corner and we're really crappy at aerial battles. Outside of Fofana. Fofana came in and he was brilliant with aerial battles. I think Chalobah too today was brilliant aerial battles. But when in recent games we've been losing these aerial battles, it's nice to see the keeper stepping up and catching the ball and just keeping us safe for the most part. I think it was nice that Sanchez was making these catches in the air and stuff for us that helped towards that clean sheet. And I think even today, like, I don't recall Sanchez having a pass that left the pitch like I'm used to. Those frustrated me the most. When he just passes it and no one is there, it just leaves the pitch, right? He overshoots it completely. Today, yeah, he didn't complete that many passes, but I think it's just sometimes when you go for those long ball passes, it's a 50-50. The other player could win it or the winger could win it. It was in the right direction. You kicked it towards Neto. You kicked it towards Pedro. They just didn't win it. And that's just how it is sometimes. But I think today, I got to give kudos to Sanchez. I think he had a good performance today, and it helped us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No one gives a fuck about Sanchez.
No, I was sorry. I was going to. Ahmed was going to speak up.
I don't think he had to do it, Tom, but what he did.
Exactly. Yeah, it does this. I thought it was a good steady Eddie goalkeeping performance that we just needed today.
I think that
that's
says
a lot
it,
from
it?
Sanchez.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to. I think that says it where he gets bigged up for these type of performances where it's just be mandatory he does this as a decent goalkeeper.
Like, he's 6'5". There were a lot of balls into the box, but it wasn't like they had guys standing on Sanchez's toes. So the thing is, when you're a keeper especially, like, it's one thing to deal with set pieces when the ball's going over your head and you have to shuffle across the goal and there's bodies in the way. It's another thing entirely when you're just dealing with long, straight balls into the box and you can get a running start. Yeah. So that really helped Sanchez today. Like, just be commanding, go get the ball, sort it out. Because if there's one thing I think our goalkeeper should know better than anyone, if you let the ball bounce in our box, there's about to be a shot on goal.
Yep.
And it's like a couple seconds later. Like, we've seen that plenty this year. So I would rather have Sanchez be overly aggressive than to just stand there and hope that people like Garnacho and Pedro Neto are going to win balls in the box. That's probably not.
Well, I think it's a point where this is a type of Sanchez that I want, where I don't have to go, why did you do this? Why did you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I like, for me, if I was rating him, he'd get a 6. Yeah. You get an average score. And that's what I want. I really don't, even my best goalkeepers, I don't want to talk about my goal. If I talk about my goalkeepers for two reasons, either they've made a mistake, or we've been so shitty in defence, he's had to claw us out a point.
Exactly.
That's the only reason. That's the only way you should ever talk about goalkeepers, for those two specific reasons. They win you the game or they lose you the game. It's one of those two reasons. And I don't really, I'm more consistent like this, I'll be fine, because that means he's not making any mistakes at all. Okay, he didn't make any mistakes today. It's fine. He's been, I can't remember the last time he made like I went
United.
It's been quite a number of games, which is fine. Maybe someone will remind me and I've just forgotten.
United.
United. Oh yeah, sorry, United. So
that's really
we are talking several weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
The recent run of form is not really down. Any losses were not down to him. He didn't play Wednesday. Jorgensen, by the way, Wednesday, atrocious. Again, but this is what you want to talk about. You want to talk about his kicking was very good today. Could have set up a couple of quite a good couple of counter attacks. They just weren't taken advantage of. And like I said, he claimed everything that he should do, and I want him to do that. And like I said, I do think he's very fortunate with the save, the way it landed and rolled out, because that was, to me, if it had gone to a Spurs player, I would have blamed him.
There were two Spurs players, I think, over there that
if it had gone to a Spurs player, I would have blamed him for that, because that wasn't a very convincing save to me, because it wasn't like a blasting shot from Kudus or a tough shot from Kudus. But he got maybe he's earned that bit of fortune and stuff like that. But yeah, to talk about him in this way, he did what any reasonable average goalkeeper should be able to do.
And the reason I mostly bring it up is because what Ha is alluding to here, right? Lately, we've been conceding a lot of goals from set pieces. That's been the throw-ins have been our kryptonite. And just like what Pete said earlier, right? Sometimes we just don't win that first challenge, and then it bounces into the box, and the probability of the opposition player just getting their foot on it, and the goal's right there. You know, we've been conceding really stupid goals from these set pieces. So it's nice to know that today's performance, Rob Sanchez did the bare basics, which is just claim the goddamn ball, punch it out, run out. You know, the passing, I already accept with Rob Sanchez with the passing. He's not going to be great. But if you can just give me all around a good performance, everything, I'm happy. And yeah, Josh, of course, like Moises Caicedo, I would make an argument he's the best midfielder in the world. But, you know, we have a whole season where he's got to prove it to people on the biggest stage. And
he has to. The reason, listen, I'm not going to argue anyone's point. I'm not going to talk them down from that. That's your own opinion. That's very. I will say this. Games like this, I don't big up Caicedo's performances because these are just normal performances from Caicedo, right? These are just standardized, same like Cucurella and stuff like that. I don't big them up because they're normalized. But what will make him stand out a bit more is the type, maybe not Spurs, but like we got Arsenal and Barcelona in a few weeks, right? With that, like I think they're close to each other. It's like if he stands out in those games, we win and stuff like that. That adds to the glowing resume. If you want to call him best of all, I'm not going to argue that point. I think he's the best in the Premier League. I think he's the best in the Premier League right now. People want to say Rice, I don't care. I'm not going to argue that. For me, I'd always choose Caicedo over Rice. Yeah. Just for that, because he offers a bit more. But I think he's certainly the best in the Premier League. He's certainly the best. He needs to play in the Champions League more and more and have good performances in there against the so-called best opposition, you know, around, and like in the Premier League as well. And he's played very well against Liverpool. Damn, one put in. And he needs to play well against Man City's, against the Arsenals coming up and stuff like that, and like against Newcastle and stuff like that as well, to add to his resume. But his consistency. These are just normal performances. Now that's how well he's playing. That these type of performances aren't like, oh my god, you know, if like say like we're praising Gusto, right? Because Gusto had a good game. It's different, right? Gusto had a very good game. Whereas Caicedo, that's just Caicedo, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that's what he does. There's no more. I can't think of any new. I have to think of new words to describe him. So he's for me, he's flamdankerous. That's what you were saying.
Huh?
Yeah, think of new words, man. He's flamdankerous. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, so we got to
You should mention that on Sky Sports, Ahmed. Next time you're on Sky Sports.
I did juice him up today.
Yeah, just say, I have to think of new words. He's flamdankerous. That's what you need to say.
Will do.
And by the way,
great.
just let you know, I will copyright that. So if you do use that, I'll sue your ass.
I look forward to it.
I'll sue you. I'll sue you and your Sky Sports. I'll sue you both.
Fair enough.
Andrew's gonna be filthy rich by the time it comes back.
That's right. I'm gonna have money in my pockets like Kukure's wingers in his pockets.
Hey, that's true. Another player I wanted to touch on's performance. João Pedro. So he gets his goal today. Very much needed. There were some comments he had today, and Maresca also had. Wanted to read those before we actually get into the discussion on João Pedro. Pedro came out and said that I needed this goal. It was a long time ago since I last scored. I think I need to play well, and then more goals or assists will start to come. But it was important that Chelsea win, and I agree. Obviously, the more you play, hopefully you need to continue to play well. And when you play well, and when things are, Delap is there to help you out. Hopefully, we see you scoring more goals. Maresca on João Pedro. João has never been a problem. The problem with João is that he's not training every day because of the problems he has. He is not 100% fit in every game. João is going to score goals. Against Liverpool, he was very, very good. We have Liam back now, and we have more options. We have been without Cole and 2 months without Liam. We need offensive players. And I mean, I'm gonna focus on this one because I'm pretty much calling it out. He's not 100% fit in every game. And Maresca is kind of diagnosing this as part of the reason maybe we haven't seen the best of João Pedro. And that probably could be it. But today's performance, Ahmed, what'd you make of it, man? He had, I think he had some sitters today. I think it was 2 sitters, 3 sitters. Chris will make the argument that second 1v1 there's a good save from Vicario.
Yeah, you're right.
I think the one where he was I think it was Vicario got the ball and I think he passed it to someone and Garnacho intercepted it. That one, for example, he went near post. I don't know why. Annoying. That one was like, I felt like he was trying. He thought the goalkeeper was gonna dive like initially to the far post first, but obviously he held his ground, which is fair enough. Obviously, the one
gave him the eyes. Gave him the eyes.
Second one, obviously, which was the goal. Credit to him, he got that in. I think the chance that he missed, for example, which was technically like a 1v1 from Esteval, his touch let him down initially. His initial touch lets him down.
Oh, do you mean like? Do you think he was trying to take it more wider of the goalkeeper to shoot in a higher thing, or it was too heavy or something like that?
I think the touch was just a little bit too heavy because then because you could see like. It bounces off of him, and then basically the only choice he has is where the ball basically bounces to. Which is
have you got that? Have you got that in a still shot, Marshall? That chance that João Pedro had in the second half. I just want to see Gitten's position on it. So I can understand why he didn't pass him since he missed like for 5 minutes earlier with that sitter. But I just want to see it. That's all. Go on, Mohamed. Sorry.
Yeah, I just think in general, I think he had a solid performance, but I feel like he's had a lot of these performances in general where. Like, he doesn't maybe gets like a shot or two on goal where he kind of maybe hits it wide or something like that. But he tries to like obviously come deep, make a little bit of the wingers and everything like that. But just what he's been doing in general. But like again, I feel like that's his play style a little bit more. And I think he's also limited with this injury that the manager has been talking about, particularly think of the main 3 of Enzo, Caicedo, and himself, right? Because those are the 3 that he's mentioned quite a bit have been hurt.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like if he's only playing at 60-70%, there's only so much criticism I can give him. That's why if you remember last week at Sunderland, last week, I did mention like for example like even though I was critical of his performance, I was like he's also hurt, bro. We're playing a guy that's not maybe fully fit, playing once or twice a week in training.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
There is going to be an inevitability where these performances are gonna exist. So
yeah, I also think. I just watched the chance again. I don't think he got past.
I'm pulling up the highlights. Yeah. It's in the second half, you said?
Yeah, second half is his last chance in the
like 94 minutes.
I think it's either Esteval or Fernandez who gives him the pass.
All right, I'll try to.
I was just
pull it
checking to
up
see
right
where
now.
Gittins was and whether he could have passed it to him, but I think
I literally just pulled up to it. This is great.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the second one I said that I was. It's a good pass. Right here, or it's a good save. Here we go. That's the angle. And from here.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to pass up that opportunity, and you can't pass it anyway. It's too wide.
Yeah, I think he did the right thing to shoot.
He's a player. He's another player we shouldn't really take at midweek. We should give him a rest.
Oh yeah, I agree. 100%.
You know what I mean?
He needs.
You're
to
taking
rest.
Delap's back. You're going to probably start with Gree. And just
Play Delap too. That game, get him.
No, I think
Delap
Delap comes on.
Delap has to play, man.
He needs to get into form. He needs something to get
Not
into
even
form.
that. It's the Champions League. This isn't the League Cup. We still need to win this game. You bought him for £30 million. You didn't want to use Gu. There's no real logic to sell Gu starting and Delap off the bench on Wednesday. That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe.
And plus, we're facing Wolves on the weekend. He can play both games, to be honest.
I just think they. I don't know. I mean, just they were obviously hoping to give him some minutes. It'd make more sense if he wasn't suspended today. Like, give him more minutes, then start him on Tuesday.
Yeah, but he's been training for this will be 6 or 7 sessions with the time it's calculated.
Look, listen, I can see him either start. Whether he starts or not, I don't think he does 90 minutes.
No, I'm not saying do 90 minutes. I'm thinking do 55, 60.
Yeah. I just, it's weird because he didn't use Gree at all today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's
It's
just,
he didn't even bring him on.
To get used on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. So it's does that mean he's going to use him from the start on Wednesday? You know what I mean? Sort of that.
Part of me does get a little worried if we do start, getting into the later parts of the UCL, that I feel like a rotation is a little bit too obvious now too. But I'm sure by the time we get to that point,
we're talking about. Listen, I know they've had a good start, but we are talking about carrier bag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We should have enough to beat carrier bag.
Oh yeah.
It's not even just that. We're playing on a Wednesday. We have to fly all the way back and play on a Saturday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday, isn't it? You have to rotate in this competition the way that it is now.
Yeah, we're not talking about. We're not talking about a 2-hour flight to France or anything. We're talking.
Yeah, it isn't just flying
based in the middle of Russia and Asia, basically. That's why the game's kicking off so early.
Yeah, that flight's 7-8 hours.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without any delays.
That's you flying.
That's basically here. That's basically where I am to Florida.
Yeah, it's not around the corner.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I get it. It's just
you have to just rotate.
Overthinking it.
They're probably going to go. They're probably going to fly out there tomorrow. Early Monday.
It'll be early Monday, yeah. It'll be either early Monday or late Monday.
It'll be train Tuesday and then ready for the game Wednesday.
No, they play Tuesday, don't they?
No, they play Wednesday.
Oh, is it Wednesday? Oh, maybe.
It probably makes sense they travel on Monday night.
Monday, yeah, probably right. But he's right. Peter's right, because remember there'll be whatever they're I think they're 5 hours ahead. 3 or maybe 3 hours ahead or something like that. I don't know what the local time is in Kazakhstan, but they then got to fly back, and they won't get back till early hours of Thursday morning. You know what I mean? Climatise back for a game against Wolves on the Wednesday. So it's one of those. But whoever starts, and they either one should be good enough to grab a goal or two against these lot. I know they're very good.
I don't think we saw Santos today, and part of the reason I think we only saw Lavia for 15 minutes.
Agree.
Is because they're starting on Wednesday.
Yep, I agree.
And I don't mind that. I think that'll be a very good.
I'm just saying the rotation is necessary because of the trip.
I think Esteval's starting Wednesday as well.
Yep, that's also why I think we only saw him for 10 minutes and
Gittins. I think Gittins, I think Buonanotte starting.
Yep.
Wednesday.
You might be seeing a team with 10 changes in it on Wednesday.
Hatto's. I think Hatto's going to start.
Actually, I would say 9. I think Sanchez plays, but
I think Sanchez will play.
The only outfielders will be Gusto and Sanchez.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, yeah, I think Hatto plays. I don't think you need to take. Literally, don't need to take. He will anyway, but I don't think you need to take Cucurella, Caicedo, James, João Pedro. I don't think they should be made to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
They will.
They will travel,
They will.
but I agree. I wouldn't
They will.
use them.
Yeah, they will. I was hoping not to use them against Wolves. And end up having to fucking use them against Wolves.
Saw what happened there. But yeah, do you guys figure that maybe this could be the beginning of some turn of form for João Pedro, especially considering Delap is back?
I don't know if Delap being back matters. It's just nice to actually create chances for our striker.
This is true.
But you also saw it just.
It's
You
not
also
that he
saw
was
though.
missing 2 big chances every game.
Yeah,
he wasn't
but
even getting them.
But this matters what the confidence it gives when you do score a goal because he was totally different.
Yep.
After that, do you know what I mean? Like he had that half chance that Gusto created for him. Had a couple of should have had an assist at least. Gittins, by the way, someone explained to me how Gittins can miss that, but score a blockbuster from outside the box against Wolves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That
One
was
is
just
instinct, and one is waiting for the ball to arrive and requires.
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, I hope for his I hope it bobbled. Just for Gittins, I hope it bobbled. Just
hit a
before
rock
he
or
hit it, and then
something.
I can explain that. But then João Pedro, he had that chance, like was just seen in front of us here. That's the point. But I'm glad as well. Like we were able to. But the thing is, though, Spurs are shit. You know what I mean? They're not going to give us like I say. I think we'll have a tougher game against Carrier-back.
Oh, of course. I was saying this all week. Like they're gonna win on Saturday because Spurs are terrible.
They always beat Spurs.
The real measure to me is
Wolves.
care about whether you think they're good or not. They have 6 points from 3 matches in the Champions League, as do we.
Yes, they're ahead of us. No difference, I think.
Yeah, I think on the Giant League table they're above us.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I think they are.
It's not like they're making up the numbers because in this expanded format, which I've lamented many times, you really only need 12 points to get to the next round.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't need a
finish in
ton.
the top 24. You only need 12 points to finish.
Yeah, so they're probably about halfway there, and they have 6 games left. We are not the only ones who are looking at a trip to Carabag and going to be like, "Fuck, that's a really long way."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be up for it. I'm sure it will be a very competitive match. But I would hope that we could rotate pretty heavily. I just would do it because we play on Saturday and not the Sunday.
Yeah.
And I would just do it and pray for the best, man. But I do expect a much harder game on Wednesday.
Definitely a harder game next week against Wolves. Even though they haven't won in the league, it'll be a harder game than Spurs.
Especially because Wolves look like they might sack their coach.
Exactly. They might have a new manager bounce.
That club is in shambles.
We're going to have to find out.
But what I'm saying is, even if they didn't, I think we'd still have a tougher game against Wolves than we did today against Spurs.
It's not lying.
Just because we just seem to not play as well against teams like that.
I'm just happy
Spurs
that
are terrible.
Oh,
I'm just
think
I'm just happy that these are the results that we should be winning, and we're getting those points as expected. And I'm expecting the same thing with Carabag, and I'm expecting the same thing with Wolves next week. Because after that,
see, that's the problem. We are consistently inconsistent, so we shouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't expect. Listen, we should do on paper and all that. We should beat Wolves because they haven't won in the league at all this season. Okay, but I wouldn't put it past us to still win the game but not have a very good performance.
Do you guys? And I'll put this up there for you guys before I wrap it up because I do have to head out. In terms of matches like this where Spurs we're never gonna sit on a low block and just soak up pressure and frustrate us. Do you guys reckon this is just another case this season of when we play against teams that are more expansive and want to play their game against our game, we're just better in those situations?
I don't agree
than
with
these low blocks?
that assessment of what happened today. I don't think they tried to play. I think we just scored so early in the match, they couldn't really sit in and make it boring and tense.
Exactly.
I thought we pressed the fuck out of them.
I think we did.
Yep.
That we
They were
suffocated
trying
them.
to
That's what
build.
it did.
We were in their face from minute one, winning the first balls, the second balls. They were slowly getting suffocated.
Yep.
Yes, we kind of scored out of nothing, but our press created a chance for João Pedro 5 minutes before that.
Yeah.
So I always felt like it was a matter of time until we scored.
Yep.
Just as soon as we put the ball in there, I was like, are we going to do something catastrophically stupid before we score again? And neither things happen.
Plus, I think we now have to take these Spurs games and put them in a special category.
Yes.
That doesn't count towards our
like the rest of the season. It's not a barometer of form.
You know, like if you win, you probably don't know, Marshall. If you win it's very weird. If you're in the NBA Cup, if you win the games, they count towards the season. Apart from if you win the cup, right. So it's like that. That Spurs is our NBA Cup. Spurs are that NBA Cup final game, whereas we can't tell what form we're in or how good we are because we always beat them, right? So it doesn't matter what form we're in. Like I said earlier, we could be in a relegation zone on the final day of the season, away, with and needing to win, needing 3 points to stay up, and we're away to Spurs. We'd still win that game. Do you understand what we're saying? Like if we were down to 9 men, like they were with Ange, we'd still win that game because it's just Spurs, right? It's just something that they can't get over. Historical records matter, and they can't solve the Chelsea equation. 6 out of 7 wins there, bro. 6 out of 7 wins.
Do you know what I would say to you, Surfer? I think I actually like what's happened in this the Spurs game, because I think there is clearly a method that works for us. When we press a lot of these teams really well, we're able to do that, be effective in doing so. We can beat these guys, right? But the thing is, can we do that consistently?
That's where Maresca.
And that's the problem. That's what I was gonna say, Surfer. Right? That's the question you ask you.
Maresca's got to have the same mentality he did as the end of the last season, where we played all sort of different teams and we had 7 clean sheets out of 8.
Exactly.
Right. He's got to have it all measure. I want to see this type of performance against Wolves, against Carriaback, against Wolves. I know we can't press every minute, every second of every game, but I want to see us play this type. I want to see us play more consistent football. Do you know what I mean? I want to see us do that, because my fear is that he doesn't. My fear is that there's some type of he just expects us to beat these teams, and when we don't, he doesn't try and change them that much. Especially for.
Sorry, sir. Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry, sir. I was going to say something.
No, I'm just saying. He does it now and again, against Brentford and Forest in the second halves. He changes them a bit, but last week against Sunderland, it was the same type of football, side to side, cross it in for no reason, and wasn't really changing. Today was
we expect to just win some of these games.
Yeah, we should expect to win, and I think
the coaching staff expects to just win some of the games.
To turn up and just
roll we're not that good.
We're not good. We're not there, bro. This isn't prime Mourinho, where we just turn up and we defeat the other team in the tunnel.
The one thing I was gonna
when we're 4 years undefeated at home, it's like you've lost already, or we're in that 15-goal season. A 15-goal conceded season where it's like you hate scoring against us. Do you know what I mean? We're not there, but we have shown glimpses of it, and that's why I say we are consistently inconsistent as a football team. We have been for 7 years. Yeah. Since we won the league. Last time we were consistent, we won the league. That was the last time we were consistent.
My thing for me with when we face some of these lower teams and some of these even mid-table teams, I always question, what is the self-motivation as a player first? Because are you self-motivated yourself, right? Because sometimes I do look at these guys when they come onto the pitch, I'm like, I don't know if these I'm motivated enough, motivated enough. Does that make sense? Like the performance, for example, against Sunderland, when the way we came out, bro, I was like, these guys do not look like they feel like they've got in the bag ready. There's no motivation there. Right, so for me, that's something where we have to look at some of these guys and be like, you have to be motivated, be 100% mentally.
And it was the same against Forest first time.
Exactly.
Motivation, man. I think that was the case when we had more experienced teams. But genuinely, a lot of these guys, when things start going sideways, they look like they have no idea what to do.
Yeah, they look around, don't they?
Especially
yes.
No, but it's like
this is Sunderland. We're supposed to win. It's not necessarily, brother.
I always think this team loves to be the underdog, don't you? They just love to be like
Exactly.
no one expects them to be it. So it's like
The
even with Liverpool's dodgy form, like they were still like the favourites. We were still the underdog sort of thing. The PSG game and stuff like that. Like today, even like I don't know why, because like this week, everyone Spurs are definitely winning this game. It's like shut up, because you don't know the historicalness of this game. But it's like when I said like Sunderland, or I was like last week, I said I can't use the age thing with these guys anymore, because like most of the guys against Sunderland were like 23, 24. 25. Do you know what I mean? It was like you can't use the young player gimmick like anymore. Do you know what I mean? We can't do this anymore. We've got people that have won things at the club now. We've got things that have won for the international team, that have won elsewhere. 100%. We can't keep they're the best in the world and then not expect them to play like they're the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? We can't. 100%. We have to stop doing that. We have to like then go, why are you doing this? Why didn't you do that? You know, today I thought like Sunderland for the whole game were complete shit. Wolves, first half we were great, second half we were shit, and today the whole game we were good. It just shows we're inconsistent.
And I also do think too, like you can also simplify it as much as for those games in particular too. It's like just the defense hasn't been good. When we have someone like Wesley Fofana who can have a game like he had today, we kept a clean sheet. And sometimes you have to win the games 1-0. You know, the Sunderland, we should have won 1-0. We shouldn't have been making errors like, you know, Acheampong getting beat from the throw-in, or, you know, just the circus show that was a 7 seconds of Chalaba watching Tosin. That shouldn't be happening. And if those situations don't happen, we win 1-0. Sometimes you got to win like that.
But that just shows the inconsistency.
Yeah, the inconsistency.
That's what it is.
So sometimes I don't even think it's players not stepping up. I just think it's sometimes the defense just not being good enough.
No, it's the point of this generation of footballers are drones mostly, right? They're like
AI.
There's no free thinking. There's no real free thinking.
Football happens to them. They don't play football sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like information. It's like plugged into the matrix. It's download the information. What happens if it goes wrong? There's no like antidote to it. Do you know what I mean? There's no like, well, what do we do in this equation?
Enzo 25 years old? Is that like confirmed?
Yeah, Enzo's 25.
No,
Caicedo's 24.
He's actually 25. Right.
That's what I'm saying. They're not young anymore. They're 24.
Caicedo's 24 tomorrow, I think. So he turns 24. Reece is 24, 25. Cucurella's 27. Cucurella's 27. João Pedro's 23. Tosin's 27. Chalaba's 23, 24. Yeah. Fofana's 23.
This isn't like a youth team either. Yeah.
They're young in terms of.
No, Chalaba's older than 23 , brother.
Is he 24 or 25?
He's probably.
He might be 26. He might be 26. He might be.
Well, what I'm saying is, they're not like it's not like it's not like the whole teenage thing anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's not like 21. Yeah. Like even Palmer's like is 24 this year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? João Pedro's 23. Even Delap's 23. He's not like it's not like a 19-year-old or something like that. He's 23. Yeah. So we're like, we can't keep going. Oh, they're just so young. They'll get there. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
That's when
2 years ago. 2 years ago, I'll give you it. 2 years ago, I'll give you it. No. Yeah. No.
Not anymore. That being said, though, I do got to wrap it up. Panel, thank you. Also, fantastic victory. No Halloween party. I just gotta. I'm going to a show tonight with some friends.
Are you going to a Halloween party dressed as a bottle of beer?
That's not a bad idea for future Halloween parties.
Oh, how predictable! The guy who works for
Duff,
a beer company,
a bottle of Duff,
a big giant beer.
Duff.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
You gotta speak to your agent. Yeah, you need your beauty sleep.
I need to speak to an agent. No. I'm gonna. Chris, me and Chris are gonna be watching something. That's.
You're gonna eat your green M&Ms that were provided for you.
Of course. Come on. No. Sorry, I'm a red M&Ms guy. Sorry.
You son of a bitch.
Anyways, ladies and gents, thank you for joining in on today's stream. Be sure to check out the links in the description. The Discord is there. We'll be in the community there. I'll be discussing the game in there as well. So come have your say, have your discussion there. Smash up the like if you haven't done so already. Be sure to subscribe to the video if you're new here, or the channel if you're new here, on our way to 5K. Hype up the video. Hype, because that helps out with that YouTube algorithm. Hype because we also just beat Spurs convincingly as well. And yeah, memberships, come be a casual, only 99p for the first tier. And if you are a proper casual at that tier and higher, you get shout outs at the end of every Casually FC show. And that's going to go off to Stop 5050, STFC Benny, Johnny Bravo, Pels, EPL Turf, JC Dark, Lannery Sadiq, A Soliman, EE, and big up Adrian. Every single one of you. Here's your raid message. We're gonna raid out to Sarcasm City, Flawless. Let the man know where you're coming from.
Oh, he's doing
and
a
guys,
Spurs show, so let them
yeah,
guys
this
know.
will be great.
Oh, remember, he's a part-time Spurs fan as well.
This will be perfect. We'll be back tomorrow for Casually Chelsea show. Good amount of news to talk about. It might not even be a 3-hour show. It might be a short show.
Spoiler for the show tomorrow. If you don't know today's result, it will be spoiled tomorrow, probably. So
that is tradition around here. Big up every single one of you. Have a wonderful night. Stay casual. Until next time. Peace.
oh, yeah.